I wanted to talk about friendship breakups because people are speculating that relationships are more hurtful than friendships. And as someone who has never had no dating experience, who's never dated anybody in their life, who's never talked to a man, who's never hung out with a man, who's never held a man hand. Why am I listing? Why am I exposing myself? Okay, yeah. And I would be saying that no, I believe that friendships breakup hurt more than a relationship breakup. So I've had a few friendships. I'm not a friendship expert, but I've had a few friendships, you know, a few friendships here and there. I have never been friends with a guy in my life because I don't know, low-key weird. Also, I did go to a girls' school, like a Catholic girls' school, so like, yeah, I didn't have a chance for that. So anyway, not my first friend, but like one of my like first friends, I met her in 7th grade, and like we were good friends. She was my like one of my closest friends, you know, at that time, so I didn't have many friends. I was still new to the environment, into the school, of course, and we like randomly became friends, and I don't even remember how exactly, but we randomly became friends. And she was British and Spanish, I think. I know I mentioned that, but like anyway, she was like a foreigner, I was foreigner, and in a school which is all girls and Catholic and no foreigners, basically, we definitely had to be friends. Anyway, yeah, we started being friends. It was a fun friendship, you know, like we just like hung out. I went to her house, she went to mine, and then like, you know, we'd always talk, share each other's like, you know, whatever we had in our minds. We were like good friends, and then. But the only thing that she did was like really toxic. I never told her that this was toxic, of course, but like she would always and constantly agree with me on everything that I did. Like I was always right. Like if I was wrong in the situation, she'd be like, "No, girl, it's their fault. They're wrong." But like that is not how you like keep a friendship. Like I am like a strong believer on being honest with my friendships. Like I tell my friend like maybe that wasn't the right thing to do. I will tell them like, you know, like the honest truth. I wouldn't always, what the fuck, sorry. I wouldn't always agree with them on everything that they do, you know. So like when I would like always be wrong, I'd be like, maybe that's not a good trait of yours. Like, why are you always agreeing with me? I felt like I was wrong in the situation. You're like, no, it's their fault. You're right. Anyway, that's not why we stopped being friends. But like she, you know, apart from that, she was a good friend. That was her only like red flag. Other than that, she was great. You know, she was nice to me. She understood me. I understood her as well. But then she moved in different countries, and I don't know how she's doing exactly, but I do think of her like every single day. I don't know if she's watching this. Like, girl, if you're watching this, Kelly, even though that's not her name, but Kelly, no, you know who you are. Miss you a lot. I think about her every single day. Like, I'm like, is she doing okay? Like, girl, how you doing over there? Even though I know I should be reaching out and texting, but like, it goes both ways as well. I didn't get any texts either, so. But like, we talked like maybe 2 years ago, and then she also wished me happy birthday. Well, it was my birthday 3 weeks ago. So like, yeah, we're still like in touch, but not really in touch like that. But like, yeah. And then this next friend, who like these two friends are pretty recent. We were like a trio. I've had like the worst things with trios. When I'm in a trio, it never works out, man. There's always that thing. But I was in a trio recently, like very recently, and we're no longer a trio. As you can see, I'm alone. I'm just joking. But one of them, we were like pretty close. You know what I felt? Like trios, there's always that like imbalance. Like maybe one might feel like I'm closer to this one or this one or this one, and I felt like, oh, they're closer than we are, whatever. There's always that imbalance, but like, you know, I didn't feel that much. I felt like, oh, we were all pretty close to each other. Like there wasn't that like, oh, she's left out and we just like talk behind her back or whatever. No, I didn't feel that. But one of them, we were continued being friends till like September ending, October beginning, because apparently she like got to go on Erasmus, and like she had these friends to go with her, and they started being friends because like she came to this new school and met new people, and eventually just like dropped me to move on with her new friends. No shade, no tea. I don't have anything against her. We did have a chat before like I completely like stopped talking to her, like period, point blank. We had a talk, and I just like tried to like I told her like, oh, I feel like you're ignoring me with and like going out with your new friends, and she was like, oh, I didn't know, I didn't realize that, I'm sorry, da, da, da. And she like tried to defend herself a little bit, but then she was like, oh, I'm sorry. And I thought that that was it from there, like, oh, things would change. And once things did not change, I packed my bags and I got up and I got the fuck up and I left. Not in a rude way. I just like slowly stopped talking to her. Like I was like, you know, even I'd rather be alone, even though I still have my other friends. But like, I'd rather be like, as much as I cared for her and like loved her, I was like, I gotta put me first. If you're not gonna make time for me, or like you're not gonna try to at least hang out with me like once in like 3 weeks, once in a month, or like speak to me at school and always speak to your new friends, even though we've been friends longer, then I'm sorry, then stay with them. What can I say? You know? So like, guys, if you feel like someone is prioritizing other people more than you, even if like even with the boyfriend thing, like once your friend gets a boyfriend, they drop you, they stop hanging out with you, they stop talking to you. Now they're always about him. And even when you hang out with someone, always about him. They're always text. No. No. I've been there. And once that happens, I stop hanging out with them. And then they remember you when like their boyfriend like dropped, like break up with them. Then they remember you when the boyfriend breaks up with them. They're like, oh my god, you just break up with me. So where were you when I needed you? Oh! Why am I making these faces? But like, where were you when I needed you? Now you're available to hang out every day? Oh, okay. Okay. I get it now. Like, I'm not fucking stupid, please. I always like try my best to stand on business. Like, if someone is just using me, I like to drop them. Because like, it's not nice. Especially the boyfriend thing. Like, if you're okay, do your boyfriend. I'm not doing boyfriend, but like, do yours. If you want to do it. But like, don't forget that we're also friends. Don't forget that I need you too. And like, the one time we hang out in like 3 months, you're on your phone texting him 25/8. Are you serious? You're joking. No. You're calling him, you're texting him, he's calling you. I hate that shit. I really, really hate it. Like, I can't stand it. Like, after that, you probably wouldn't see me again. I would talk to you. I probably wouldn't even tell you why. I would just figure it out on your own. Figure it out on your own. I don't like that. I got angry there for a second. I need to calm down. But anyway, me and that girl, we don't want to go friends. That's the reason why. Like, when she stopped hanging out with me and hanging out with her friends more, I would ask like hang out, whatever, and she'd always be like unavailable. I just like stopped, and I was like, sorry, I can't do this anymore. I'm not gonna beg you. Like, please hang out with me, please. Can I join you guys? No, I'd rather stay home and watch my K-drama in peace. The fuck. Anyway, the second girl who was in there with us, didn't just like went ghost. Like, you know, like when it's like poof, we didn't hear from her like again. Like during the summer, like after school finished, like during the summer we hung out like maybe twice, and then I'd like text like, oh guys, how's everything? Like, do you want to hang out? Da, da, da. And it's always me texting. I fucking hate that. Anyway, it was always me texting like, oh guys, I'm free this time. Who wants to meet up? If you guys are free, let's hang out, like something fun. And I'd always plan it and everything. And then like there was like no response, and everyone's like, oh, I'm working. Da, da, da. And she wouldn't respond. She'd always like see the message and not respond, you know, or be undelivered all the time. And then I was like checking her posts, and I was like, oh my god, is she okay? They were like really sad, you know, or like about like killing herself and stuff. And I was like, oh, let me like, I messaged her like, oh girl, I saw your post, like please, if you need anything, if you need any help, if you're like like, you need to talk to anybody. I am here. I will listen. I will hear you out no matter what. Even with 3 a.m. in the night, I'll pick up your phone call. Just talk to me. I'll be there. And she left me undelivered. She never replied to my message. I wasn't delivered for like months. Like, I kept texting her, but like it was like talking to a brick wall. Like, I'm like, hey wall, do you how are you? And like that's how it felt. Like, no reply. And then like after some time, I was like back to school because we didn't hang out during summer at all. And after summer, I was back to school, and I asked her boyfriend. I was like, he was going to my school and she wasn't going to my school. I asked him. I was like, oh, how is blank? Like, is she okay? Like, because I hadn't heard from her in ages. Is she mad at me? Like, what's the problem? Why she didn't reply to my text? You don't know how many times I called her. Like, I called her at least like 120 times. I called her so many times on WhatsApp. I bought credit just to call her. I would call her like every single day, like 45 times a day, and she would never ever respond. She was like scared, like, what the fuck? She would never ever like pick up my calls. And I was like, something's weird. It's gotta be more than depression. It's gotta be more than killing yourself. Like, I feel like it's against me. And like, obviously she'd be her boyfriend like 25A. Like, she can't leave her man. Let's be real. She was with him all the time. And he was like, no, she's fine. Nothing happened. Obviously there was lie, because like girls tell their boyfriends everything. Let's be real. Anyway, and then like I was like, oh, I was like, okay, I'll just try like a few more times. I'll still like try to like, text her or whatever. I just like, but not as consistently. Then my other friend's birthday came up, the one we're in the 3-0, the first one I talked about. Her birthday was coming up, and she like invited both of us, me and the other girl who's not replying to my texts. And she was at the birthday party. I remember I came like so late, but I'm always late. I came late and I came in and I was like, hello everyone, and like no response. Like, she was like, her boyfriend was there as well for some reason, even though he's not friends with us. And like it was like silent. It was like, I was like, oh, is it an intervention? Like, why is everyone silent? I said, hey guys, like, oh. Then like I sat down, I was like, hello, and like no one was talking to me. Like, barely anybody's talking to me, like there was like a strong resentment from me in that room, like, and it was coming towards her very strongly. Like, she was sitting in front of me with her boyfriend, and like I felt like a strong, like, I don't want you here, you're annoying me. Something like that, because like I can feel body language. Obviously you can feel when somebody doesn't want you in the room. You can feel when somebody like doesn't like you. It's very obvious. And like she was just like looking, she wasn't looking at me at all. She was ignoring me completely, like talking to the wall like I was before. Like, she was like talking to everybody else but me. When I would talk or make a joke, she would not laugh. She'd be like, I was like, this is not normal. Like, everything good? And like no eye contact whatsoever, nothing. Then after that I was like, okay, Victoria, you're stupid, you're fucking stupid. You see, even the light is angry. I was like, oh, Vic, you're dumb, because like obviously she doesn't want you to be there. I was like, oh, Victoria, you're stupid. And then like I didn't text her again. After that, I didn't text her. Obviously, there was no blocking. There was no unfollowing. There was no immature shit. I just did not speak to her ever again. Never. Neither of them. Both of them. I didn't speak to either of them again. And I just acted like nothing happened. But like, we just like silently just like distance ourselves, distance ourselves from each other. You know what I mean? So that was pretty much the end of the friendship. Like, a few months, I realized like end of December. And after that, I didn't speak to them again. So recently I've been just doing my own thing. I still have friends, like I have other friends, but like it was sad because I really like enjoyed our friendship. But like this was thing, I'm like, oh, maybe they were just in my life for that time period, and now since I'm going on to a new phase, which is called university, I'm gonna meet other new people, and I don't need them in my life anymore. So I tried to keep this video short, but it's fucking 20 minutes long. Hope you enjoyed my crash out episode. Yeah, crashing out with Victoria. Anyway, that's great. Thanks guys for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it and enjoyed watching me crash out. If you want more videos like this, let me know. Like, please. Also, people keep watching my videos but not subscribing. Like, why? Don't just like watch me and leave. You're a stalker? I'm scared. Subscribe too, please. Subscribe. Please. Subscribe. Thanks for watching my video though. I will be posting more and soon. Mwah.